Is salvation only for the living before death or also for departed? I think this is a very important question, because when we read in the Bible also about Abraham and Lazarus and that rich man Dives, God says, Abraham says, it's too late. It's too late. So there must be some point when it is too late um, for us to be able to. So is that death? We don't know. We also said that God gives people a role in the passion, death and resurrection of Jesus in ways and means that only He knows for non-Christians. So you would think that if people have been told repeatedly that Jesus is their Savior and they stubbornly refused until the end of their life and they died, then probably there's no scope, they should not pray for them. Definitely we'll agree that if people have accepted Jesus and they have tried to live a good life, or they've accepted Jesus but they've not tried to live a good life, for them we can pray because they've accepted Jesus. Even after their death we can pray. But for people who have not accepted despite repeated exposure to Jesus' message, you may think that there's no scope for them, but we don't know that also. Maybe in that deathbed, God might have given them the faith that they needed. So it doesn't hurt to pray for the dead, I think, whether they were baptized or not. Definitely there's a very clear reason why we should pray for the dead who are baptized. But for the others also, it doesn't hurt. Why not? Out of goodwill, if we can desire their salvation, if we as human beings can desire, won't God be touched and want them to be also saved? His own creation, He did not create them to be damned. I don't know if God created anyone with the intention of being damned. That's why the church was very emphatically rejecting the predestination doctrine. Augustine is so widely used in the church even today, but there's one thing that Augustine said that is completely masked out, which is this predestination. Some are destined to be saved, some are destined not to be saved. I don't know, that is one thing the church cannot accept. God did not make anyone in that way. He made everyone to be saved only. So everyone's predestination is salvation only. And even though there are questions, ifs and buts, is there a limit to the point where we can pray and all? Still, I don't think it hurts to pray for people who are dead.
Is salvation only for the living before death or also for the departed? If it is only for the living, then is prayer for the departed acceptable before God? This is a very common question. In fact, in one of our ministries, I encountered a very painful experience of a wife coming to me, a young lady, mother of 4 children, brought the photo of her husband who died due to excessive drinking. 4 little children. And she said, "Pastor, please pray that my husband will go to heaven." As I was standing there, I was like, what answer do I give? Now, consolation and condolence and you're trying to give kind words is one, but what about truth? Then God gave me this thought, and I shared with her. I said, you can only cook food. This is the analogy I gave. You can only cook food before it goes into the mouth. After it goes inside, you cannot cook it. In Hebrews chapter 9 verse 27, the Bible makes it very, very clear. Hebrews 9:27. Just as a man is destined to die once and after that to face judgment. The choice of man can be made only till his last breath. For me, there is no greater example than 2 criminals on the cross. The one who said, "Why don't you save yourself and save us?" Jesus did not give him any answer. But to the other person, the other criminal on the cross, and I really wonder how he could make such a profound, beautiful statement of truth. He looks at Jesus and says, "Remember me when you come in your kingdom." And the response of Jesus was, today you will be with me in paradise. Even at that moment of death, he turned to God for mercy. And God said, today you'll be with me in paradise. And I wonder, that moment after death, how glorious it would have been for that one criminal to walk into heaven and the other criminal to be lost in eternal darkness. But once a person is lost, he's lost forever. He's lost forever. So that is why you cannot pray for the dead, because they have made their own choices. We all live by our own choices. I can pray for you when I am alive and you are alive. But I cannot pray for a person after they are dead, because they have already made their choices. So praying for the dead is totally not in the Bible at all.